Greetings and salutations, everyone. Welcome back, travelers, to the Inn of Planar Crossroads. We hope that you are ready to enjoy another session of Pathfinder. We're currently playing through The Rise of the Runelords, and we are on our whatever numbered session. And our PCs, anyway, are in their normal, it's 28. We are on our 28th session, which is actually, that's a think about it. We must have been dinking around a lot to have spent 28 sessions in Rise of the Runelords in the first two sections of it.
Yeah, well, we did spend an entire session looting a house.
Yeah.
This is why
we don't dig around doing anything. We don't get distracted by random stuff at all.
There's a reason why we took the shortcut.
Yeah, we had to skip most of a book, otherwise we'd still be screwing around in the woods.
We're off to see the crazy ass undead people in and around wherever for like 6 episodes.
Yeah.
They're wonderful and
Well,
in the woods.
There you go. All right. So what ends up, where we ended up stopping last time was you guys were gonna head back to Sandpoint. So, let me see. Mal did it last time. How about Colin? Roll me a D100 for y'all's trip back, just to see if anything crazy goes on.
All right.
What does
You
000
roll
mean?
3 zeros live.
68. All right. So you guys are traveling back, and
Is it fish?
ooh, you guys are traveling back, and you're not
A devil
feeling.
pony.
No, there's no devil pony. I'll tell you right now, it's not the Sandpoint Devil. Okay, it is not the Sandpoint Devil. All right, but you guys are headed back, and you're not feeling super awesome. I mean, Gideon feels fine. He's a little, he's ready to get out of his armor, flex his muscles a bit, but he's not having to walk. I mean, Mazus got you guys all horses. He summoned those mounts up for you guys, so I mean, it's no big deal. Just riding, chilling out, and it's just you're really tired, and you kind of look around to each other, and on Magpie's bald spots, Emmy, and on Mazus, and as you kind of go, huh, and you can see through your own illusion the bare spots that you have. There's these little red bumps, and man, Gideon, roll me a D4, please.
1.
1.
Yep.
So
It's a 1.
as you're traveling through the day, maybe it's just the heat, but you feel really and everybody except Gideon feels the effects of the problematic nasty spore moldy thing cloud. And you each take 1 con damage and 1 charisma damage.
1 con and 1 what?
My beautiful body and face.
So yeah, that's
It was con and strength.
con and charisma.
Oh, okay.
Something a bit more important to you, yes.
Yeah.
I mean,
No,
if
rather
you
than
lose
rolling
any
down
more
a
strength,
modifier.
it's gonna be bad.
Otherwise, her backpack is going to crush her. Yeah, no.
Well, I can last a while on charisma damage, but that strength damage, if that kept going for a couple more hours, that'd be pretty bad.
Well, it doesn't seem to. I mean, it's not. I mean, it's noticeable because you do feel very. But as of yet, in character, you guys don't know specifically what's. But you all feel it. Gideon's just like da 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 da, tally ho. But everyone
Hi-ho.
else,
Hi-ho. It's off to Sandpoint we go.
indeed.
One of you had better
So-
have removed disease.
Spell, I don't have access to that yet.
Well, we're all dead.
Well, I don't know if y'all or not. However, you guys do continue on. Something a little bit weird or odd, or however you would want to put that. There's this big bush. You guys are in the lowland portion of the Varisia. Let me show you guys where you are real quick. If you look right there where the word Varisia is, there's that windy river. And you can see Sandpoint and Magnamar. Well, you guys are about in between. You're not quite to the midway mark between Magnamar and Sandpoint. And as such, there's a bit of a marshy area in here where the farmlands like to be. And you saw a farm area not far from where you guys were. But as you come to that portion where it intersected, those two roads intersected, that one leading down to Magnamar and then one leading over to the Foxglove's Manor. As you guys got to that river, there's this really huge bush. You didn't remember being there, but it's a really big bush. Who knows if it got washed down or something like that? Maybe a big storm came through that you didn't see last night. You're not quite sure. But regardless, you might want to continue on. You can roll me a perception check if you wish.
Sure. Woohoo! 18.
21?
18, 21, 24. And what about Emmy?
8.
8. Trying to find something to cover up those spots. No one else can see them. I mean, you got change person on so they can kind of see, but it's not like super noticeable. But regardless of that, you don't notice anything, but everyone else kind of watches the mound for a second as they're going by, and it seems to move along the shore of this particular bend in the small little stream that was where you guys passed over. And it seemed to just kind of be pushing towards the wooded area, towards more of the farmland area. But it's going against the flow of the water.
That's and it just looks like a shrub, you were saying?
A big bush shrub thing.
And I noticed that it's moving against the current.
Uh-huh.
Okay, I'm going to do the Paladin thing and detect evil.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I have to play the meme. It's, new NPC, new thing, detect evil.
Well, I mean, it is kind of something weird, and you did just come out of a very evil experience. You detect evil, and you kind of watch it. You kind of watch it for a little bit, and it doesn't seem to ping weird. But what it's doing is weird. It's just not. Doesn't.
Any knowledge checks, like knowledge local for any local folklore on things like this, or would this be more of knowledge nature?
Well, you can roll a knowledge for folklore type setup for the local, but this is more of a knowledge nature for someone that's wanting to try to identify it, if they are curious about it.
No idea. That's a weird, funky bush, my brother.
Get some hedge trimmers in here. Tidy that thing up. I have an 18 for knowledge local as well. And Mazus knows all.
Knowledge local. Yeah, knowledge local doesn't really get you anything. However, Mazus, it comes to your mind. You know what? That reminds you of a specific type of plant creature called a shambling mound.
Oh, I called it.
And is there anything you want to know about the creature, or would you just like to say, let's avoid this, or let's not? However you guys would like to do that.
I mean, it's XP, but
mean, I can tell you some stuff about it from memory.
Yeah, like what does it do? Like special abilities?
Well, it's known to grab and then constrict its prey when it gets hungry. You know that it does have some level of intelligence.
Hmm.
You
I mean,
don't.
Clearly not enough to not walk against the stream, but
Well, I mean, is it omnivorous or carnivorous or?
Well, he does know that it is potentially though it is mainly focused around eating fleshy bits to make itself a bit stronger. But it one thing you are for sure about, anybody who deals with the type of knowledge level that you have of this type of creature knows for a certainty that you do not shock it. You do not shock it.
is it aggressive towards people?
Only when it's hungry.
We're just meat to it.
Well, it appears to be some massive plant creature that is dangerous when hungry.
Is it dangerous right now?
I mean, not to us. Since it's not moving towards us. But it might prove to be troublesome for the villagers living out here.
Well, in that case, we should definitely do something about it, make sure they're safe.
Oh, we could just warn them on our way back.
Is that really solving the problem?
Well, I was going to say we could send guards out here, but I forgot that the sheriff is incompetent.
Hey,
Where
that's an
they
unfair
send?
assessment. He was out.
We are
We
the
would-
guards of
We would be
Sandpoint.
the persons being sent, so if we took care of it in advance, we could likely, A, help people, and B, get on the good graces of...
Yes, there might be a reward for acting good like this.
Well, I
You
was meant
say
more meaning
that.
the people's, but okay, if that's where you're going with that.
You know, I see what you're getting at, Gideon. I'm just tired. We're all very tired. Except for you. Because you love Jesus more than everyone else.
All right. As you guys have been walking and talking to it, it was a little ahead of you now. Now you're about, even with it and have caught up. You're a good probably 100 yards, maybe 80 yards from it.
Mhm.
So about 80 meters from it. But you, it seems to kind of turn its body towards you guys and then turn away and waddle a bit faster
Here's
up
a question.
and around the stream and
It's large.
going off the
correct?
stream towards him. Yes.
Is it
It is
in the
large.
water?
Can it
Is it?
climb?
Is it trying to head us off at the pass?
Or is it trying to get where it's going before we do?
Well, that's what I mean.
Why didn't you say
It's a
so?
plant.
then?
I don't think it's afraid of us.
I don't know. We might have something contagious. Scratching his itch.
I'm pretty sure we do, actually.
Well, there you go then.
Let's
Well,
let's keep going, and if it messes with us, we'll mess with it. But right now, if it's not dangerous, it'll probably attack livestock before it attacks people.
But isn't that the point of us being around, is to make sure that this does not happen?
Ah,
That
man,
the
you
livestock
are-
stays... Otherwise, we are going to be...
yes, of course, Gideon. That is the sole purpose of being around here in the nothingness of.
You know what?
We have to protect
You know what I really love about you, Gideon, is how you make everyone else's problems our problem. I really admire that about you.
Yeah, it's what I get for playing a paladin.
happens. I mean, fine. If you want to go deal with it, I got your back. We're in this together, but like, this is
Don't
your
worry,
idea.
I'll charge first, as per the usual, and what have yous, and it's good. What direction is it heading? Is it like heading towards known populated areas that we know of?
It seems to be going upstream. It has kind of come out of the shallow bits of water now, and come up towards the up onto the land in the more soggy portion there. And it is directionally based. You know there's farms in that area over there. There's also a big wood by that said area. So it could be going either way. Probably could be. I mean,
All
it
right.
would depend on Gideon and how he reasons it out.
You know what? Can I do a quick sense motive on it to why it would have gotten out of the water?
I guess. I mean, you're gonna have to roll really good. It has no facial features to.
It's difficult to walk upstream. That would be my guess.
Well, it was just when it saw us, it started to move quicker, and what have you, and try to get away from us.
Gotta think like a plant.
Modified 20.
A modified 20.
Yeah.
It's ant that's waddling away faster. Maybe it's scared of you. Maybe it's trying to go get and attack some food before you get to it. You know, I mean, you're at a 50-50 right here.
So we still don't know if it's following us or trying to get away.
Yeah, I mean, can't really tell.
And how long would it be until we lost sort of track of it, if it's going to diverge? Or is it kind of following the road the way we are?
It only sped up a little bit. It was going like, you guys are going along at a fair pace. You're probably not pushing your horses too hard because there's no rush to get back. So you're going to get there in less than probably, took you 6 hours this time. Well, it took you more than that, but it'd probably take you probably 4 following the road, staying at a steady pace.
Okay, so if we're just like riding the horses, what if we spur them into like an actual? What if we spur our horses into a run, and then see what it does? Because if it's trying to head us off and we take off, it's gonna try to catch up.
All right, I can act as bait.
Well, I think we'd all have to go at once. If only one of us goes, it might stick with the larger group of slowpokes.
Well, fair enough. So I guess we're going to all try to spur it a little quicker and see what the response of the monster is.
Yep, I got ride.
I know how a horse
Okay.
work.
18. That's a gallop. That's an easy gallop.
There you go.
Also, how come
Anybody
my
else wanna do
token
some
is
ride
smaller than Emyrelda's?
And I've got a
Well,
10.
technically, that's enough to gallop, I think.
Oh, that's ride check?
Technically, you are smaller than Emyrelda. So,
When she shape changed, maybe, I guess.
I mean, I thought we were the same height. Like literally the exact same.
he's like 4 feet
Right.
tall.
4'7". We're both 4'7".
Yeah.
You having adequacy issues here?
I want to know why
Magpie,
my token doesn't take up
I-
a full square, but everybody else's does.
Does Magpie not like to date girls that are, taller than him? Or
I'm
how's that
saying, well,
work?
amazing things come in small packages. I'm curious as to why there's an inequity here.
What does Mom used to tell him, at least?
Yeah, that's what Mom said. Mom always said that they come in small packages. All right. So 9. Is 9 good enough to get into a gallop? It's not that hard.
Oh, she's riding the same horse as me.
Technically, it's not a
Oh,
ride
right.
check to
Oh,
gallop.
okay.
If you want to push the mount, it's a DC 15.
Okay. Oh, okay.
But
I
think
see.
we can just
That's
ride
where I was getting
full
confused.
speed and that should be it.
These are spectral steeds, aren't
Yep.
they? Don't they just like respond to commands?
No. These are summoned peasant horse.
Oh.
Yeah, what are you talking about here? This ain't no fancy smancy stuff. He ain't gonna blow the big spells on you guys.
Yeah,
Oh, gee, I didn't know Phantom Steed was a 3rd level spell.
it is.
All right. So, you guys, and I'll move you over
Oh,
here.
I suppose because at high level they can fly.
Indeed. So you guys are trotting along, and you kept the pace a little bit. You were already that, and it just kind of started whittling. And as you pick up the pace, it picks up the pace. Also, its sensory area that it seems to be sensing the best with turns when that extra noise starts coming, and it just starts running like as fast as it can move.
Away from us or towards us? Or parallel?
Well, mainly parallel. You do see that it's as it's moving forward, it's getting farther away from the shore, which means closer to the road, toward you to get to you. If that
Oh yeah,
makes any sense.
it's definitely trying to head us off.
Yeah.
It wants to get up in front of us where the horses can't outmaneuver it. Or outpace, I suppose, not outmaneuver. In case you were wondering, that's an act of aggression.
All right then. I'm going to. Sorry, I'm just trying to pull up the actual combat thing here. Because if I remember correctly, there's a way to basically charge in with the steed and kind of jump off.
A dismount?
Yeah, it should be in the ride section for quick dismount and quick mounting.
Okay. Fair enough. Because basically, my concept is I want to get the horse to basically drop me off and then let the horse keep going back and start hammering on this thing.
Fast dismount is a DC 20.
Okay.
And that'll allow you to dismount as a free action.
Okay then. You follow me in.
Yep.
And I don't have access to the token, Adam.
I'll get you fixed up in a second.
Yeah, neither do I.
I'm not sure why it does that when we come over.
We'll just jump cut to us having control of the tokens.
Yeah, because we're awesome like that. We got like super duper transitions.
Okay, that thing's.
Well, that's what a jump cut is. It's lazy and quick.
Hey, sometimes jump cuts are effective, and then sometimes.
I'm not saying they aren't when they're used properly. I'm just saying. So there is a point upon which they can become overused.
Yeah. All right. So I'm giving everybody control of their tokens at the moment. I'll put Wayko on there when he gets here, because I highly doubt anyone's going to die to a shambling mound. But hey,
I can certainly try.
Happen.
It's flankable.
Yeah.
It's part.
I said it's flankable.
Ah, yes.
I also found out something interesting about the flanking rules.
Speaking of the crazy witch.
Oh!
Right. He's a son of a witch. All right.
Okay.
All right, I'll get this token then. So right now they are chasing a shambling mound that they saw going up against up the riverbank.
Nice.
So that's where you're jumping in at.
Because we're not crazy at all.
Sounds about right. Did it do it? Did it steal from us or offend us in any way?
No, it's trying to kill us.
It wants to eat us.
We'll just say that Wayko wasn't paying attention this whole time until everybody started to gallop.
I mean, Waco's not paying attention most of the time, but chasing it assumes that it's going the other direction.
Oh, no. It's following us. It's trying to head us off.
Trying to get us in the pass.
Basically.
Get us in a pincer movement.
and pull a Gandalf or a Black Knight.
Well, hopefully there's not a second one of them that comes out of there to complete that pincer movement, or we're in trouble.
I'm expecting it.
All right. So you're running up that way,
Okay.
and you guys have control of your tokens. Let's go ahead. We'll use some. We will get everybody's initiatives.
Body wants. Sorry.
Let's go, me, though. I was gonna do it. You beat me. I was like, this is my chance.
She
Finally.
was looking kind of dumb with a finger and a thumb in the shape of an forehead.
The years start coming and they don't stop coming. Bent to the rules and I hit the ground running. Didn't make sense not to live for fun.
We're gonna
but
keep
I'm
doing
just-
this until we like disjointedly get all the way through the song.
I can't do the initiative right now.
Well, come on, man. We got so much to do. We've got so much to see.
So what's wrong with taking the back streets?
Well, I mean, you never know if you don't go.
You never shine if you don't glow.
I mean, hey now, y'all are all stars. You need to get your game on. Get paid.
I'm not in the turn order.
Here you are.
I got
I don't see myself in the turn order.
Neither do I.
This thing.
Ah.
Emmy's is in there. I see Mazus's.
Yeah, I see the shit,
So,
the mound,
trash you.
Mazus, and Emyrelda.
Yeah. Mount, Mazus, and Emmy is what I got.
All right, so I need to add turn, add turn,
Thank you.
add turn, add turn. There. Oh, Emmy already had a turn.
Yeah.
Emmy doesn't need an extra turn. She ain't got haste on her.
Yet.
Uh-huh.
I changed these. I can't click the number.
By the way, Wayko, you're not feeling very hot today. That you're reminded of that black, sooty mold cloud that swooshed out of that room earlier when you guys were in the haunted mansion, and you took one charisma damage. One. I'm making Greg roll for the damage because he triggered the trap.
Yes, Malcolm.
Kane, how much health did I lose with that one con?
What's your normal constitution? Like the
Five?
big number?
Beep, boop, boop, beep. Yes, I lost one con,
Your normal constitution score is 5.
so I've lost
What?
5.
No. Did you lose your Constitution bonus? Did you lose enough Constitution to drop your bonus?
1 second.
Probably not if it was 5.
No, I think it's
I mean,
gone
4
above
makes it
5.
3,
But...
yeah.
No, like as if
I
you,
don't
if you dropped.
I wouldn't put it past. You know what I'm saying? Because we've got a sorcerer in here that has a 5 strength. So
Is 11 a 0 mod?
Yeah.
11 is still a 0 mod. So
Yeah,
you
no,
didn't
we're good.
lose.
We're good.
Yeah.
I'm just feeling a little under the weather.
Oh yeah, and you got little red bumps that Henryetta picks at him occasionally and says, "What the cluck is that?"
They're not chicken pox. Bugger off.
Oh, you think you're real clucking funny, don't you? You think you're real clucking funny. Okay, all that aside, what's everybody gonna do? I'm waiting on Wayko's initiative.
Oh, yeah, I can't edit it.
What is it?
It's 10.
Can you use your token?
No. Off to a stellar beginning.
Okay, come on. Come on, Roll20. If I literally take it out of the journal and put it on there, it should have the control of the person that has control of it in the journal.
Thank you for suggesting that.
Actually, that only happens if
entirely
the
my fault.
token being used by the person was already set to be used by that person as the default token.
It
So you
is.
actually have to set up
It's,
all. So in the token itself, it has to be usable by this person, like representative of this person, and then
Good.
yeah, it's weird.
We're good, but I need a hat.
Oh, I see the listing that you're talking about.
Yeah.
I'll do that once you guys kill or maim or both this creature. So, now that we have those, we will get it in descending order. And it looks like Magpie goes first. This is about the distance that you guys are now that it has come up and this movement has come. You guys are about at the same spot. You're technically still on your pony with Emmy. It might be a little pony. I don't know.
No. These are proper steeds.
Oh, these aren't your little ponies.
No.
Sorry. So is that a dismount, or are you just riding the pony over there? Because you're carrying Emmy with you if you are.
And you're also muted.
It's always something. Yes, I'm just riding the house down the house. I'm riding the horse down there.
Okay. Ride that horse on down there. It means Emmy comes with you.
Oh, we're that way.
And what else would you like to
And?
do? Anything?
Oh, okay. What is this yellow thing?
What yellow thing?
I don't know. I have like a thing telling me how far I moved.
Oh.
I'm gonna draw my bow. I'm gonna shoot it.
Okay. It's a short bow, I would suspect.
It is a short bow.
Okay.
Specifically so I can fire it from horseback. 19.
So let me see. You pull back and you think it's going to miss for a second, but it goes into the beast. How much damage am I looking at?
Only 3. It's just a bow.
Okay. 3 damage.
But I have its
It's done.
attention.
Well, I mean, you did 3 damage to it, so you have some attention.
It's lethal damage. It hurt.
All right. Now it's Gideon's turn. What's he gonna do?
A very good question. So he's gonna ride his here and draw his falchion as he does, and as a you know what? Probably gonna do it here, just to try it out because he hasn't had a chance to do so yet. He is going to, for his standard action, call upon his weapon bond.
Okay.
And because of the fact that I'm a chintzy PC, he's going to use it to create a keen falchion +1.
Oh,
That's 15 to 20.
How nice. How nice.
Go in there. Do my job for me.
I still get XP for it. All right.
Equal
that.
share. This is my
Oh.
communist manifesto.
All right.
Was a really good
So-
soda.
You draw it, you make a keen, and you drink really good soda. All right. Is that everything you're going to do?
Yep. Because I can't do a fast dismount as of right now.
Okay.
Can you
Because I've already
you
moved.
did. No. That uses the horse's movement, not yours.
Oh, no. In that case, can I move still myself, or is that?
Yeah, you
So
have
I
a
still
move
I
action.
still move it. Eh? Okay. So then I'm going to attempt a fast dismount,
Okay.
which I do not succeed. So I'm going to just standardly dismount and let the horse keep moving
That's
back,
just
hopefully
so
back towards.
that just uses your move action.
So what happens is he's like, for Ilmaday, and you see his blade goes, "Ching." And then as he goes, oh, and his foot kind of gets caught. And he's like, oh. He shakes it off real quick.
1 second, please. One moment. Let me just get that out of the. There we go.
It works. It's just not as graceful as he had hoped.
Right. Okay.
Did you ever get a hold of the secret KGB flavor, Malcolm?
I did.
Okay.
I really did. It's Chernobyl brewed.
Jesus Christ.
All right. So you do that. That means Mazus, it is your turn.
It's gonna move up there. It's gonna dismount and acid splash.
Okay. Sound really convinced there.
Yeah,
I mean, 20 versus touch.
yeah.
That'll hit.
That's a whole 1 to 3 points of damage right there.
In fact, 1 in this case.
It hits right there in that same spot as the arrow, and then after the acid gets on it, that's when the creature goes. looks over at it with whatever sensory
Well.
organ you think it has.
That'll be his turn.
Okay. Then it's the mound's turn. So it sees you guys there. It seems to turn its sensory area towards y'all. This amalgamation of mainly vines and roots and things like that doesn't form a cohesive face. You do kind of get the idea that there's maybe some bulbous plant-like tendrils in there that are acting as photosensitive eyes, but you're not sure. Which is more rounded than a human's would be. It's got lots of thorns and sharpened bits of wood in its maw, with what you seem to think are like little ribbons of flesh stuck in between them. And then it goes, turns, and proceeds 5, 15, 20, 25 to right about here, and no, right about there. And it kind of, you see it kind of root its feet in the ground, and some of the water that's in this little slushy part here that you see kind of sucks up a little bit.
Yes.
All right. And that is its turn. As it does suck that up, the arrow is forced out of its lodging. All right, Emmy, your turn.
Didn't move, huh?
It did move. It just moved over here to the water.
Darn. I was hoping it would move towards us.
No. This does look like it might be difficult for someone to walk in, though.
What happened to Mazus?
He threw an acid splash at it.
No, I mean what happened to him afterwards.
Nothing.
Dismounted.
None.
And I'm holding my horse.
Oh, that's what that symbol is. Okay. So dismounting is a move action, correct?
Yes. Unless you can make the DC 20.
Well, why not try it, right? Nope.
Because that can happen. Nope. All right, you use up your movement. And he kind of slides off backwards on the horse.
So, this thing, do I know if it has feet or legs under there somewhere?
Well, it seemed to. It's been walking, kind of waddling.
Okay.
It has something like legs.
If that is the case, I will cast the tripping magic missile, just because I can.
Okay. Just because you can. I got you.
Yep.
That's still that has to beat its something with its CMB, does it, or not?
It's CMD, I think, because it's a normal trip, but it has a special bonus, and I can't be tripped back.
Okay.
Well, yeah, because you're shooting it at him.
Yeah.
So if you can beat his CMD, then yeah.
Okay, so let's see how many missiles I hit him with. I don't remember. I think it's like 3 now. So 3 missiles, that means I get 3 attempts to trip him.
Wow.
Okay.
That sucked.
Yeah, it was a sucky roll.
Now you still do the damage in place, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
I like how none of us has capped like 6 damage yet.
21 CMD versus his CMD, huh?
Yep.
As good as that is, you see it go and root back in.
That's the first one. Let's see if it does any better. Oop, wrong button.
That damage was better, but
Yeah.
oh well.
20?
So
Nope,
nope.
no.
And roots in.
18. Nope.
Goes again and roots in.
11, a 10, and an 8. Pshaw.
All right then. So, even with the, you hit it good that first time, and it still didn't knock it down. So, you think you hit it sound right in whatever leg it has, but it still didn't move it.
All right, good to know.
Made it stumble a bit, but it didn't move it. And that means Wayko, you're next.
My understanding, and I think it was Mazus when we last left last session. Not sure if that's changed in any way or what the plan is.
Okay, you're gonna have to repeat that first part. Because it went like, what's the world?
Apologize. Last session, last I remember, I was on the back of Mazus's horse by my choice and his protest.
No. You got your own horse.
Oh, I got my own horse. In that case,
It was either that or you with Gideon, like one or the other, right?
I guess I'll ride. Well, to be honest, it worked better if I was with Gideon because I wouldn't have to ride the damn horse. But I will ride the damn horse. How many squares can the horse go? Is it twice? 60?
40.
Quite a bit.
It can go 40 as a standard move. I think it is.
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2. Okay. Sure. Why not? Now I need to quickly check and see, one momente, what the range is on my stuff. Not rangily enough. It seems like the guy, he's just too far away. I still say we just go to Sandpoint. Plant Man. We gotta kill Plant Man. All right, I will not.
Unfortunately, yes.
Swamp
You got
thing.
this swamp thing over here. I mean, what are we doing with this thing, you know?
What are you doing? Nice slap. And that's my turn. Actually, can you double move action on horse?
Yeah.
All right, why not? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Sure. Deal with it. Next.
Okay. So Wayko swoops in there with his horse. Cluck, 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 from underneath his head. All right, we're back to you, Magpie. What are you gonna do?
All right. Man, this sucks.
Okay.
And what you said it was it was muddy somewhere?
It's muddy in there where it's standing. That patch right there that you see, it's all.
That's something that I feel like I could acrobatics over if I wasn't on a horse.
Possibly. It's basically considered difficult terrain, so yes.
All right. I'm gonna 40 down there, and I don't know when I'm gonna hit difficult terrain.
Just at the edge of it.
Okay.
Yeah, you're fine right there.
Oh, I'm still going
Aren't you
with
off
it.
the back?
Yeah, you're
that's what I
still on the
thought.
Oh,
horse.
that's
No, did you dismount?
no. She said she got off. Yeah, she
Yeah.
said she got off. You guys are right. I said she slid off the butt because she couldn't get off the front way.
Yeah, no, yeah, sure. What? Yeah, why not? I'm gonna ride the horse right up and back there.
You're just gonna ride it in there.
I'm gonna ride it in there. High hole silver.
All right.
That's
So
what
we
she
get
said.
to have some attacks of opportunities then.
Yep,
Okay, and it's gonna aim for the person on the horse.
that's
not the
fine. I have
horse.
mobility. My AC is much
So-
higher against these.
25.
That just barely hits me.
All right, so let's see. Okay. Oh, it's got 2 slams. Excuse me. So I think it only gets 1 when it does that, though. So it's got an AOO. We're going to do that. It does how much? 2d6.
And I'm gonna drop the bow.
So it does 12 damage
Okay.
as its thorny, its big thorny appendage comes up and slams down on you. You feel the thorns stick in, and in a very undesirable manner, not only do those thorns stick in, but the rest of the tendril tries to wrap around you.
Isn't that a separate check for the grapple?
It is its melee attack is 2 slams.
Yes,
Would
grab,
that
I
do
think.
2d6 plus 5 plus grab?
Yeah, grab is a free grapple attempt.
Yep. So it's going to do a free grapple.
Mhm.
I wasn't trying to make you grappled already. I did do know that I was trying to form you. So
So back to Sandpoint.
so it's
It's got chicken wang.
Does a
Okay, it'll
24
just-
beat your CMD?
It does. I can't contest that with escape artist, can I?
No,
Not this
not
round. You gotta
contest.
wait till your round.
You can get
Yeah, I
out
have
of
to
it, but you can't contest with it.
Okay, yeah, that beats it.
All right,
yeah, I
so
mean,
you
you
are
believe it'll
damaged.
just give me an opportunity to play another alchemist.
You're damaged and grabbed. So you see, everybody sees this, and it's getting held up in his, or grabbed, not necessarily held up yet, in its tendril.
Well,
Wow.
I trusted in the mobility AC, and it fucked me.
Well, these horses aren't combat trained, so that steed is gonna run away next
yeah.
turn, definitely.
I know.
But it's your action now, is it not?
I was planning on that. Oh,
Because
yes,
you haven't
it's,
taken your action.
it's not actually. It's still my turn, isn't it?
Yeah, because that was just the
Um,
attack.
That was the AOE,
I'm going to escape artist because I am much better at that.
and that is versus his CMD, if I'm correct.
Mm-hmm. I have to futz with that later. A 25.
25. You are able to rip some of the thorns away, and flop right there.
Ugh.
You're out of the grapple.
Is that my full round?
That's a standard, I think.
Then I will
Right.
stab.
So you got your.
Oh, if
No,
it's a
it's
standard, then I
standard.
guess I'll draw my
It's
weapon and
standard.
end my turn next to this fucking thing.
There you go. All right, Gideon. Now it's your turn with your keen blade as your horse toddles away from you.
Yeah, I don't know why you got off your horse like a billion light years away from this thing.
Says the guy that just rushed in there with the horse.
Yep. So I'm going to
and
do
got grabbed.
a charge, power attack.
Okay. Well, it's difficult terrain right there.
Right
Charge
where?
difficult
At what point?
This squishy part here. Can you guys not see that squishy part?
No.
It looks no different than any other part of the map.
I don't know what that is. I've got it on there. I'll draw the border.
Okay.
Is
But
it
I'm
on the
seeing
right
it on my
layer?
screen. It is on the right layer. Thank you. I'm on the right layer.
I think I could see it. It's like the miry, mossy bit down here, right? You can kind of like see it along as it goes. There and then like down here as well, especially. Maybe I'm
Something
tripping
like
balls.
that. Yeah. Maybe
Tripping balls.
it may not have updated the map from what I'm seeing to y'all are seeing, but
I just saw some outlines like flash in and out of existence, but
Party people in the
Yeah.
back.
those outlines are where it is. So yeah.
Oh, they're gone.
yeah, no, like they appeared and then were gone.
Let me see if I move this thing to the back, the front. Does that change anything?
Unfortunately, no.
Nope.
All right, I'll just have to let you know. There's difficult terrain. This. Maybe if I move them to the token layer. No, I don't want to do that. Map.
Can you move the background to the back?
I did. I tried that.
Oh.
Dang nabbit.
Do we have a technical difficulty sign that we can put up?
Technical difficulties. Right. See this?
It would be up far too often.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go back to the token layer and I'm gonna see if I can draw it here. Freehand. Can you guys see anything
Nope.
now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. I don't know why it's not wanting to interface properly with the map layer. I'll draw it over here too. So the places that you see are outlined are difficult terrain.
Oh.
Okay.
I wouldn't have even been able to take the horse that far.
Well, you only had to get in 10 less feet to get into his reach.
Okay.
Yeah.
So is it an acrobatics to try to make it through the difficult terrain, or how does that work? Because that kind
You
of
can't
changes
charge
things.
through difficult terrain.
Because that completely changes how I would have done
Yeah,
last turn.
You
Okay.
can only move, and you move at half speed. You can't run, and you can't charge.
Yeah, so it'd be 20 feet and then what? 10, 20, 30. So if you double moved, you could make it, but that's the only way.
Yeah, no, that would have kind of changed my last turn slightly.
Yeah, I thought you guys could see it.
No, we couldn't see any of this.
No, unfortunately. Okay. The only thing I can do
That's a bummer.
is, yeah, I guess I'll double move down to here.
Okay. Move taken. Got it.
I'm also going to hold an attack should it come anywhere close to me.
No, it's not gonna. It's got easy prayer right here.
No, and I get it. I apologize. Had I known that there was that, I would have stayed on the horse kind of thing, right?
Oh yeah, and I wouldn't have gone that far in if I had known these were here.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Nothing we can do about it now.
Communication.
Hey, I was trying to communicate it. I had little. I can see the little graphics on there. It just didn't
Communication.
point them over. This
Not
is,
your job.
I blame.
Communication.
That's a convenient alibi.
Look out for your spacing. Entering Overwatch.
Okie dokie.
Mazus is gonna cast Grease on a magpie.
Ooh.
No. Oh well.
Grease the bird.
Grease up
Grease the bird.
Fire.
Grease the bird, set him on fire. Oh.
I didn't say that.
Good luck
Yeah.
hitting my touch.
Magpie's
AC.
just. Yeah.
No, I don't have to hit you. It's okay.
You don't have fireball.
No, I don't have fireball. I have flaming sphere.
That also gives a reflex save, which I would avoid.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, Magpie is greased.
Yep.
Gives me a
Plus 10.
+10 on my escape artist. Sick.
And that's his turn.
Okie dokie.
And avoid grapple.
Greased up death guy.
You guys.
So it doesn't fully understand what just happened, but a lot of sticky stuff goes across. Not sticky stuff, slick stuff goes up right over where it is, and it doesn't seem to care. It just turns and looks as best you think it can
Mhm.
at Magpie, and it goes to try and swat at you. So it's going to use its 2 slam attacks.
No, good.
18
Nope.
and 21.
Mm-hmm. Did I enchant that? That just hits me.
All right. So with that 21, it does 2, 4, 9 points of damage. And it gets a chance to grab you.
I'm hurting real bad.
Oh, it got a natural 20 on its grapple.
Oh,
So
fuck off.
that's a 36 to beat your
Yeah.
grapple.
Yeah, that grapples me, Adam.
Need more
I'm
grease.
just making sure,
Need more grease.
Rolling it, he says. Rolling it.
It's not working. The grease isn't working. Magpie is in trouble.
All right. So you are grabbed and it's got that grip on you now again. All right. That's its turn. Emmy, this big bush of a plant is putting the moves on your man.
How quickly does it look like it would catch fire if I were to burn it? Like, would it reach Magpie is what I'm getting at.
Yes, also don't do that.
So even an attack that
Depends where you hit it.
even a targeted a specific
Where you-
creature.
It's a large creature. Where are you wanting to hit it? Would be the thing I would say. Because the grease, Mazus can put down where he threw the grease. I think he threw it to specifically maximize its hit on Magpie.
Yeah, it's
But-
only hitting magpie.
Okay, so it's just Magpie. So
So-
that thing's not greased.
Investigator looks interesting.
What I'm hearing is that if I hit the monster with a fire attack, it wouldn't also burn Magpie.
Yes, I'm just telling you not to use fire.
Player knowledge is telling you not to use fire.
If
You looking at it,
if
you don't know it's a
burning,
problem.
If it's burning, yeah, it could probably lit Magpie on fire as well.
If it were burning, which is
Yeah.
why I was asking. So it looks like it could catch on fire.
If this thing is pretty wet looking, it does not look like it will catch fire, if that's what you're asking. It's not like going to burst into flames if you hit it with a flame. It does not.
Be more
it
of a
looks
steamed
wet.
vegetable thing.
I'm really tempted to do
Let's get it.
knowledge nature, but I feel like that would be a little meta. So
It's up to you. You can do it. You may not get anything different than what Mazus got.
We said gunslingers were out for this, right?
Yes.
Yes.
All right.
Well, unless you go with a crossbow one, I guess.
I could be a bolt ace. Yeah, that would work.
I'd allow a bolt ace.
Hmm.
Go all Diablo, what, 3 on this, or 2, or whatever it is.
nope, I know nothing.
You don't know. It might catch fire. I don't know. Might not.
Might catch fire, might not.
Are you willing
Okay.
to take the risk?
No. Magpie's over there. You saw Magpie get greased. If this thing catches fire, it has a hold of him. It's got a grip on him, so that would be bad, right?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. This battle is not hid from anybody.
So I guess she's gonna try and knock it down again.
Okie dokie.
3, 2, 1, right down the line for damage. 30 versus CMD.
All right. All right. So you get a good grip on it and go, and you see it go smack right into one of its legs, and it goes. Falls
that
prone, still
eliminates the
holding
need.
on to Magpie.
Okay, that's my turn then.
Okie dokie. That means it is Wayko's turn. What is Wayko going to do to this prone thing?
Wayko. Oh, all right. Okay. I'm now within 30 feet of this son of a gun, and I am going to probably, after some counsel with my advisors, cast Misfortune on him. Misfortune does not seem to be a mind affecting ability so much as like a luck affecting ability, but it does require a will save. Does that mean that for mechanical purposes it's mind affecting? Takes a will save.
For a
Does
plant,
it have no will score as in immune?
well, got plant traits, so let me see.
Spaghetti. Spaghetti. What was that?
On top of spaghetti, all covered in cheese.
Plants
I lost
Plants
my
are immune
poor
to all mind-affecting
meatball
effects.
when
charms,
somebody
moral effects,
sneezed.
Paralysis, poison, polymorph, sleep, stun. I don't think it's a mind-affecting effect, so we'll say it can happen to it.
All right. Well, he's going to cast Misfortune, which has a save of
What's the DC?
17 at this point in time.
It gets a 1, so it does not pass that. So it has to basically have disadvantage.
Yeah, it
Roll
rolls
twice.
twice for everything, 2d20s, and then it takes the lower thing so long as this is on. And for all intents and purposes, it is okay. It's only for the one round unless I cackle next turn. Don't want to foreshadow.
I'll put a little yellow dot there to show that he is misfortuned
Unfortunate as hell.
until otherwise noted. All right.
Yeah, it's Wiggo's turn. He's
That can be quite enough.
pretty happy with himself with that one.
He might just laugh about it next time, huh?
I'm laughing about it right now.
All right. Magpie, you're still in the grapple of this thing, but it's prone too now, so
I rolled to escape.
okay.
Don't forget your +10.
Fumble. 21.
Oh man. Really? You're usually pretty good at that. What's it
21.
even with the
Rolled 1.
Because he's also
Okay.
got grease. Because he's a greased up deaf guy.
Yeah, I'm going to catch
Okay.
me. What he did. And
home?
now I'm going to die.
All right. So that's that. Well, it's got to stand up. So Magpie's stuck. You see him struggling. Even with the grease, the thorns keep holding him, and Magpie can feel the grease getting in the wounds, and it stings a bit, but not nearly as much as the wounds themselves.
There's a
So,
lot of panic squawking. Yeah, like that.
Gideon, it's your turn.
Okay, so to move over difficult terrain at about regular speed, I've got to do a acrobatics check, correct? Or how does that work?
You just move, but you move slower.
Yeah,
There's
you
no,
can.
There's no magic trick to it.
Okay. And there's no way for me to get that last extra little bit, is there?
Nope. If only you had a horse.
I wouldn't have dismounted had I known about things, but no, can't do anything about it.
Hey, dudes, I tried to show you.
No, it's fine.
Okay? Roll
No.
20, dude. Roll 20.
It's all good. I'm not blaming you in any way, shape, or form on this one. And a jump is a movement, correct?
Jump counts as
Yeah,
you can
it's-
count it as part of your movement if you get a running start.
You can't jump to it.
Damn it. Well, I'm just trying to come up with a way to do something because my move's 20, so I got nothing.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll move my 10 feet because that's all I got. And for my standard action, I'm going to cast Hedging Weapons again.
Hedging weapons.
Yep.
Okay. That's the one that gives you the floaty thing?
The floating longsword that goes around me provides me with extra AC, and I can throw it. But I believe the throw is a standard. If I pull that up, though, let me double check. Yeah, it's a standard action to throw it.
Okie dokie. So, that means you stop right there within its strike zone. And now it's Mazus' turn.
Yep. Guess we'll move. Maybe there. There. Cast an acid splash. Ah! I'm 13 to confirm the crit. It's a touch.
Oh, it does confirm crit. You actually got a crit on your acid splash.
That's amazing.
All right. So I'm looking at
100.
Oh, what?
Oh, come on.
No.
Please help me. We're still using that damn thing.
Fear my
All right.
cantrip.
Is it like a roll twice and take the better, or would take both? You decapitate him with your acid
I mean,
splash?
he can take the double damage, or he can do the crit chart. It's up to him.
Melt his face
I
clean
think
off.
I'll take the crit chart.
All right, a D100 on the crit chart. Where is that? Does that say?
I love you, Alex. It
This is a-
says
this is
struck
a-
in head, immediate death.
All right.
Struck in head, immediate death. That is wow.
Not even a fort save.
No, if
So-
it's the Dragon Magazine one, yeah.
So that means that when you cast your bolts, Alex, you go, and you almost see as it kind of looks over and its little eye tendril thing kind of shifts in its head. It seems to go sploosh.
Decapitated immediately.
It just follows the
And
optical nerve into the
into
whatever
the
plant brain matter thing.
Yeah. Into its core, and you hear it go. And its grip loosens on Magpie, and nobody dies today
And
except for the plant.
he jumps up on his horse.
But-
Shall we? Sandpoint, shall we?
The Wayko was gonna cackle, but now he just looks like he feels bad. He's just looks sad and confused. You just blew that thing's head off.
Yeah, it seems like it's starting. Its outer shell of its head is starting to collapse in as the acid is wearing away at the core.
It looks like somebody got halfway through making a salad and then just chucked it against the wall.
So there you go.
Somebody's gonna help untangle Magpie from whatever vines are wrapped around him.
That was a tactical miscalculation.
How did you?
I'm just glad you're okay, Magpie.
What?
She sort of shakes her head.
How did what?
You did that thing? Maybe we should just go home.
Yeah, I was thinking we would return to Sandpoint. Yes.
Yeah.
Good,
Thanks again for the magic horse.
Oh, no
That's what I
worries.
wanted in the first place. I
First
just
one-
wanted to go home.
First one's for free. Second one you'll have to rent.
I'll keep that in mind as I'm saving up money to buy other things.
At a generous fee, of course, as always.
You're nothing but generous.
Wayko.
Huh?
Magpie's not looking too good. Do you think you could heal him, or however that works?
No, I'm fine. I'm just mostly dead. Don't even worry about it. Just get
I'll
back
lay on
on.
hands as well.
You know what? Over here.
Lay on hands for a minute.
For how much?
He's gonna hack.
8.
Oh, maybe I won't do anything then.
Thank you, Gideon. You're a peach.
Somebody's got to.
Are you at max?
Henryetta,
No, I'm still below half.
All right, I'm gonna healing hex. It's been a day since we did that, right?
yes.
Healing hex. It's plus level. You get 10. You're back. You're up 10. That's D8 plus level, right? Cash level.
Yeah, it does eventually get better, I think. I'm not sure which level it
Yeah,
increases.
no, I get once I get to a certain level, it turns to like a pure moderate. But you're good. Don't be a bitch, dude.
Henryetta just whispers to you, should have let the clucker die.
You want everyone to die.
I don't see how that is not
Your holes.
applicable.
You little chicken. Let me tell you what. Maybe next time I just throw you at that planet. Little chicken.
Devil chicken.
Moving SC.
I will turn you into a house. Enough.
Emmy watches Wayko and the chicken go, and then looks up towards Emmy and says, I don't like that chicken.
Little judgmental fox.
I'm gonna go get my horse, which hopefully hasn't trotted off too far. In the 18 seconds that I've been trying to get to the damn monster.
18 seconds of
Your horse didn't trot off too far. Unfortunately, Magpie's horse was swiped at least in its mind, and it ran off a little bit. So you guys may have to chase it.
Nah, horsey.
I'm sorry. Did everyone see what happened to that thing?
See what?
I don't want to say who. We'll just assume who. But somebody melted its face off in like a split moment.
It happens. We are mighty and powerful adventurers.
Well,
Who's
Praise
sometimes
Aiden,
the
we are
greatest
badass
player.
motherfuckers.
you're
we'll
a
just see
mighty
about
and
that.
powerful distraction.
Mighty and powerful distractions.
Nobody can resist the urge to murder you.
Look at my brittle bird bones. They're practically screaming to be mangled.
Okay.
So are we
I'm
getting
just
your
gonna-
mount?
Yeah, he'll go run after it. Bring it
Alright,
back.
how long do those mounts last? Like
10 hours or
Several
something like that.
Yeah, 10 hours.
okay, plenty of time.
Let's go.
That
Let's
random
just go.
encounter. That random encounter over with. You guys find yourselves eventually back in Sandpoint. Let me see. It does take a little while
Yeah.
Get
to go ahead and
Yeah.
get the
Busquet.
biscotti. It does take a little while. Hey, that's not right.
Whoa,
That's
what
how long
happened?
it's been since we've been to this screen.
Yeah, it's been 5 sessions.
I'll have to change that. Don't pay any attention to that. Put it down here or somewhere or something. What?
Oh, yeah.
They're not in the Hall of the Dead. Whatever. You guys fiddle faddle around on that screen if you want to. You guys find yourself back home, or at least close to home, as it's been for most of you, Sandpoint. It is a welcome sight as you return, and you left out early enough. You're getting there late afternoon, and where would you like to head first? As far as, is there any person you want to visit first? Or are you going straight to the end?
Father Xanthus.
I would be heading to the
Father
sheriff
Xanthus.
and Father Xanthus, those two.
The priest and the sheriff.
Okay, are we going to the sheriff first or the priest?
Sheriff first, I would say.
Well, you can go to the sheriff.
Yeah,
I've got
I'm
chicken
going to the
pox.
priest.
Okay, I'll go talk to the sheriff, and I'll meet you at the with Father Xanthus momentarily.
Okay.
I too need
So-
some will, actually.
Okay. So everybody going to the priest will cover first, because that'll probably be the most efficient. And then we'll cover everybody going to the sheriff. So those headed to the priest, you just ride your horses right up to the temple, I would suppose. And you see one of the young acolytes coming out, and he sees you, and he's like, "Oh, goodness! I didn't know you were coming. We were worried about you. You just took off, and you were gone for days, and you look horrible. What's happened?"
We need to speak to a priest.
Yes. I will get Father Xanthus. He just goes on up there, and
See how much those guys.
you guys can wait. Mm-hmm.
I'm sure Tika missed you.
Well, so long as she's been behaving herself.
All right, you guys go on in.
Otherwise, Titka might be living in the
And-
streetka.
Okay, you guys head on in, and the the acolyte returns very efficiently with the Father Xanthus. He says, "Oh, goodness, come into my study, please. Thank you." He says to the acolyte, dismissing him. "Back to your duties." And they go out. So leads you to his study. Asks you to just come in. Shuts the door behind you. "You all disappeared. What happened? You're not looking well."
No, I think we caught something.
"Oh. Is it catching?"
It's a rash. Is there anything you can do about it?
Unfortunately, I don't have any magics that can dispel disease or anything.
Ointments or something, perhaps?
Anti-plague, maybe?
Make you better sauce?
Polysporin or penicillin.
Something for the itch?
Oh, rub. Oh, it's
Yeah.
gone.
That would
He's
do
like-
it.
He says, I don't have that. I'm sorry. I don't have anything like that today."
I'd settle for heated vinegar.
I would not.
Of course you wouldn't. You're a bird. Sorry. I didn't want to be racist.
Okay, well, the
All right.
T20 site is just broken.
Do what?
The SRD site just appears to be, like, broken.
Oh,
So I guess I'll use the Archives of Nethys instead.
okay.
Oh,
says
why is it
he-
so expensive?
He doesn't have that today. He's already used it today. He can do it tomorrow. He thinks to himself, probably for 4 of you. Did little Gideon also have this happen to him?
No, of course not. He's everyone's favorite. He's immune to disease.
Little Gideon.
Well, I always see him as the boy, but
You know something we don't.
Yeah, clearly.
no.
Ugh.
Well,
That'll be fine. I can have one sweat-soaked night at the inn.
Let
Think
me
you
make
can
sure.
special?
Let me look. Do you know what type of problem this is?
Well, we hung out with some mold and some
Mold?
ghosts and some ghouls. I think it's mold goo ghostia. Mold goo ghostism.
Oh well. I
AKA
don't
the
know if
farmer's
I have anything for that. But at any rate, he kind of looks you over a little bit. If you'll stay for some minutes, I can look over it. But looking at it now, it just looks like a small skin eruption.
I sure feel
It
like
may
one.
take me a bit to look at it.
So good. You can look at my friends while I go rub myself on your trees.
Hey, why
Just
would you?
looks at
What?
you. Well, just looks at you. I don't know. Is he serious?
Just
Oh,
talking
wow.
about this is making me actually itchy. So,
Unfortunately, I think he is.
Wayko is he's serious, man. He's gonna go find a tree and do the whole dance. Chicken's gonna dance
Scratches
with
the
him.
back.
As long as he keeps his clothes on, I'm all for it. But
You don't want to see Wayko without a shirt on. Don't worry.
Yeah, he's freaky looking.
Mixture of blue swirls and a pseudo microcosm.
Okay.
Some hag magic.
So he spends about 20 minutes looking you guys over, trying to figure this out. He goes to his books, and he goes to his looking across his different records that he could try and figure out, and he's genuinely looking for those 20 minutes, examining, making little mental notes to himself. However, we're going to cut to Gideon talking to the sheriff at this point, because that takes a while for you guys to get looked at, and Gideon will probably be to you. So, Gideon, you going in, and you get to the sheriff's office, and you hear him. You just go on in. The guards kind of nod to you. They smile real big. They say, "Mr. Gideon."
Good to see you. Is the sheriff's in?
Yes, you do.
Lovely,
He is,
perfect, perfect.
and-
We have news. And I believe actually your rotations and who you'll be on the lookout for may change shortly.
Oh, all right, sir. Yeah, we'll be watching. We kind of just
Thank you
Yeah,
kindly
just-
for your services.
and let you in. So as you go in, roll me a perception check, please.
Sure. I like having pluses to my perception now. 17.
17. It's not very hard to hear as you're walking back towards the sheriff's office. You're about to open the door. You hear him talking, and you hear him say, we can't handle Magnamar's problems and ours. They seem similar, but we don't know." And you hear another voice talking to him, and you recognize it as the mayor, and she's saying something about have to be diplomatic. Can't deny the similarities. Yes, we can't deny them. I understand that. That's not really the point. We don't have the manpower to send. They've already went chasing something.
I'll gently knock on the door as I sort of peek my head through.
All right. They both look at you real quick. Like, who's interrupting? Oh. And they kind of go, to each other, look at each other and say, "Come in, Gideon, come in."
Well, thank you. We apologize for being away so long. Tracking
What did you
seems
find?
to
What
have
did you
gone
find?
better than we assumed it would. I bear striking news. First of all, if you hear tidings or see any magical disguises or something, Aldo and Foxglove is not what he claims to be. He was the root behind the attacks in Sandpoint.
What? Aldern? That's... Hi.
You know the stench we found at that one scene you showed me and my fellow compatriots?
Yes.
One of our troop, her familiar, was able to follow that stench, and it led us to Foxglove Manor, where it is an evil place. I tried to
Sheriff,
sense
what you
good
noticed-
in it, and I was overcome by how evil a place it is. The place is haunted.
Well, we've heard rumors of its haunting. It's
Aisha Foxglove.
surely-
You're familiar with that name?
Yes, that was his wife. That was Aldern's wife.
Based upon my own personal experiences in that house, he killed her, and she became, and I'm going to guess that my character would understand what a revenant is based upon his teachings and what have you. Or do you want me to roll a knowledge religion quickly?
He would definitely know what a vengeful ghost is. The specific type of vengeful ghost.
She turned into a vengeful ghost of some kind to hunt him, and he himself is undead.
Wow. We had noticed that he had gotten a little pale, but
that was not half of what we saw of him. It was truly frightening, and he ran away with his vengeful ghost of a wife hot on his tails trying to kill him. You need to know, because we do not want another situation similar to last. But if anyone with connections to Alden ever shows up, excluding ourselves, I guess, you need to be careful.
Now, what of this Mazus fellow who's been with you? I don't mean to disparage your friends,
I
but...
completely understand, but he was targeted by Alden. That was the reasoning, as far as I can tell, behind the start of these murders, was to gain his attention.
Oh, just so much to take in. Yes. Never would have suspected Alden of such atrocities. I mean, the Foxglove family was known for strange happenings, but we thought he was the apple that fell away from the tree.
All I'm familiar with is that that house, in and of itself, has a will, and it is evil. And that may have been what turned him, but it is evil in and of itself.
So you suspect he may have gotten away?
He ran away from us, and in our state at the time, we were not able to keep up. However, the vengeful spirit of Aisha, as far as I could tell, was keeping a very good pace on him.
You heard nothing of him on your trip back? No differences, no?
Nothing that we saw. We did run across a plant-like monster that was heading towards the farms. But...
Oh. Do you think there's some kind of connection?
Not as far as I'm aware, just that was the only occurrence that we saw on our way back. One last thing, actually. A white giant bat. Keep an eye for that as well. Just in case, hopefully it won't come this way. We want to have a sense. What direction actually did it go? Because I was able to sense it basically this entire time. Where is it?
It seemed to fly into the woods that were to the northwest, northeast.
So towards Sandpoint?
Closer to Sandpoint, but you're not sure if it stopped in the woods or not. So,
why would I not be able to sense it? I haven't rested yet.
Do you hold on to it until you rest?
As far as I'm aware, let me pull it up. Divine Smite, Pathfinder, Holy Smite, whatever. No, that's the Holiness Smite. That's not the Paladin Smite. Sorry, one sec. Smite Evil. Here it is. The Smite Evil effect remains until the target of the smite is dead, or the next time the Paladin rests and regains use of this ability.
Okay, so you felt it stop moving in lots of different areas. You felt it stop in the woods, and then at the northeast area, small little wooded area. After you went past that.
Is it anywhere close to Sandpoint?
Oh, it's a good. I mean, your horse ride probably if it flew straight to Sandpoint, it'd take 3 hours.
Okay.
So
and that's busting. Like that's pedal to the metal kind of thing, right?
Right. If it stayed consistent for 3 hours, it would get to Sandpoint.
Okay.
From where it is now.
There was also an undead, bat-like creature underneath the house itself that flew away when we engaged it.
The sheriff at this kind of clenches his fist that's been on the table, releases it and rubs his head and says, "Did you kill anything while you were out there? Did you stop anything?"
Undead in the house itself, yes. There were hordes of ghouls.
I'm sorry, Gideon. It's just been a large day.
Believe me, I understand. We are as disappointed as you.
I don't just mean your news. We're catching news of similar types of murders filtering up from Magnimar. And we suspect that Alden may not have been acting alone, but we don't, or who we know now to be Alden, may not have been acting alone. But we don't have any proof of this.
We do have a lead.
Yes, but you have the evidence.
And I have no idea what you found, really. Well, I'm off to... I wanted to let you know first thing that of what we found, what we saw, and that we were back. We are going to continue
Well, where are the
investigating this
rest?
connection.
Where's the
If you
rest of
need-
your little troop?
They're currently at... they're currently seeing Father Xanthus. They apparently had a little trouble with one of the mold spores and needed assistance.
Let's just go over there.
Adventuring, I guess. But we also need someone who can consecrate that ground at some point.
Oh, I
I
don't
fear
know.
that there was a more persistent undead presence in that house than we are familiar with.
I'm not sure if Father Xanthus has that type of capability. We'll have to ask him. Which we need to go over there anyway if we're going to talk to your
Fair enough.
friends.
Of course.
I'll keep you updated. And the mayor says, yes, please do. I'll see if my contacts in Magnimar can get me some more information about what's going on. Because Faldern wasn't acting alone. Their discreet request for assistance might be warranted. And so she goes on and excuses herself. All right. So you guys, he head towards the temple. You get lots of welcoming looks. Oh, welcome back. Look, it's Gideon. Hi, Gideon. Hi, kids laughing. You roll me another perception check.
Certainly. 10.
All right. So, you see a shadow out of a corner of your eye, small shadow, but you turn. It doesn't seem to be there. Just your imagination, yes. You head on towards the temple, and you hear on the door Father Xanthus, and he says, "Oh, come in," he says, and was just about to tell you what you guys probably had. So you see Gideon and the sheriff come in.
Father, it's good to see you.
Good to see you too, Gideon.
How are my friends?
Not too spectacular, I'm afraid. Between what I'm seeing here and Emyrelda helping me with some detection of certain levels of magic.
I've got the black lung.
We've got the black lung.
Your friends seem to have disease that I don't have the ability to cure.
Wayko's just lying in a pile in front of the front door of the temple. When Wayko was in Egypt's land, let my Wayko go.
Today or at any point in time, Father?
I don't know that I could get it taken care of today.
Gideon, make him help me, I'm dying.
This disease seems to drain permanent problem. It seems to have a permanent problem associated with it.
Meaning what, Father? Are they in dire straits? Are they?
Well, it weakens their bodies, just conditioning, and lowers it down and makes them have rather unsightly whelps, but aside from that, they could probably, if they could muster up the strength, their body may be able to throw it off itself. But I can't use my particular magic to get that taken care of.
Can you? Is there anything we can do?
We might be able to support their body's abilities. That might work. Help strengthen their resolve physically. So mechanically, he's talking about they still have to make some
Fort saves.
Mechanically, he's talking about fort saves every day until either cured or not. So
Gideon, I need a sponge bath and some noodle soup. You're healthy. You have to take care of us all.
And I still end
Hey,
up the
he
damn
took the
nurse.
trap.
God damn.
ha
And
ha.
we also have to sell all of these things we stole.
Help me
And
write
look,
my
we
will.
liberated from the house.
Generate my will. My chicken goes to you. You have to care for my chicken.
All right. So
Well, I don't know if we're contagious, so I think we should stay in quarantine. If we go back to the inn, we'll probably just infect other people.
Oh no.
I don't know, says Father Xantus, kind of getting up and washing his hands pretty thoroughly.
Probably wash your face too.
Ah, yeah, yes. Yes, I'm not sure that seeing people would be best for them. Perhaps just some bed rest. I don't know that it would be very responsible to ask the Rusty Dragon to allot you those rooms that you've got, considering.
Completely understandable, Father. Is there a place we can house them?
I think that there may be a currently empty house here in Sandpoint that could be used temporarily. It's not very fancy, but
We will likely have to make do with that then.
very well. I'll see if I can make some arrangements. And as he goes out, Sheriff just looks at you guys and says, "You guys look awful."
Turnabout is fair play.
You should have seen the other guy.
Man, I'm always fucking muted. Terrible. We look terrible. It was only 3 sessions ago.
Wayko's just lying there pretending to be dead now. Got a tongue hanging out.
The sheriff looks down and says, "If only I was that lucky."
At this, he gets up and he's like, "Screw you," and he walks out the door.
Don't let him go anywhere public.
I'm gonna go sneeze on the fruit vendors.
You do, and I'll throw you in the cell with what's her name.
Come on.
Who has pepper? This cold doesn't actually have a sneeze, just a rash.
I'm gonna go chop some onions and then wipe my teary hands on things.
Oh.
All right. Pleasantries and fun poking aside, what did you find? Your friend Gideon has been telling me about a surprise from Aldern and how he was the big bad guy now and all those things.
Oh yeah, there was that did happen. Everything Gideon says is likely true.
It depends
He
on
doesn't lie.
what he said.
You know, that's kind of like there's a whole big no-no for him is lying. I could understand the fact checking if I had come see you, but
Oh, it's not so much fact checking as just fact straightening.
we do have a lead though.
Oh,
We found a book. I think Mazus has it. Excuse me while I move the plot forward. Called Pug's Contraptions. I think we linked it back to something in Magnamar.
Well, that would make sense with some of the rumors we're getting out of Magnamar. Similar types of murders have been happening there.
It sounds like it'd be worthwhile to go to Magnamar and ask around.
How recent are these murders?
Fairly recent. Not that long from the ones that have happened here. In fact, if what you say is true, one happened almost simultaneously. So, it's doubtful that it was just Alden.
Also, keep an eye out for Foxglove Manor in case it decides to come back. As odd as that sounds.
Come back? Come back from
Well,
what?
We
What did
hadn't
you do
gotten
to
to the
it?
part where we told him we burned it to the ground yet, but
What?
Wayko did leave.
I mean, I appreciate all the help. Burning down houses?
it was a
I
bad
hope
house.
this was
As far as I can tell,
so.
it is because of the hauntings that were prevalent throughout the house itself. I hope it worked to dissuade some of it or to remove some of it. But as I said to yourself and the mayor, there's something more pervasive there.
Now I'm understanding a bit better now. Was there anything else in this? I remember is looking through the different books. One of the books that was like not necessarily a manifesto or something like that, but it's a leaf of paper falls out of those notes, and as it floats to the ground, it catches the eye, and it is this.
Enhance. Alden, you have served us quite well. The delivery you harvested from the caverns far
Might wanna
exceeds
switch
what
the
I had
voice.
hoped for. What?
I was just saying the voice doesn't quite match to a mistress.
Oh, Zanisha,
but-
mistress of the seven. Okay, I probably should have read that before I assigned a voice. I'm going to tell you right now, my falsetto is terrible. You may consider your debt to the Brotherhood paid in full. Yet I still have need of you, and when you awaken from your death, you should find your mind clear and able to understand this task more than in the state you lie in as I write this. You shall remember the workings of the Sahedron ritual, I trust. You seemed quite lucid at the time, but if you find after your rebirth that you've forgotten, return to your townhouse in Magnamar. He's got a townhouse in Magnamar, excellent. My agents shall contact you there soon. No need for you to bother the brothers further. I will provide, that's an L, the list of proper victims for the Sahedron ritual in 2 days' time. Commit that list to memory and then destroy it before you begin your work. The ones I have selected must be marked before they die, otherwise they do my master no good, and the greed in their souls will go to waste. If others get in your way, though, you may do with them as you please. Eat them, savage them, or turn them into pawns. It matters not to me. Signed, Zanisha, Mistress of the Seven.
As Magpie finishes in his falsetto.
Oh yeah, it sounds just like that coming out of Meg. It's very unnerving.
Not sure why you have to do like that, but
That's certainly disconcerting, but of the seven, dealt with
Well-
many things in that regard as of late.
It all seems linked to this Sahedron thing, which is that's that thing with the 7 sides, right? The weird spiral box.
yes, it's like
Your
they
shield.
even marked it on the letter. How convenient.
Right? That shit is everywhere. Just like this rash.
If that's the case, however, then potentially we take a look at his townhouse. I think it's a little weird breaking and entering, but
Well,
it's like breaking into an evil house, I guess.
It's not like we haven't done it before.
I haven't done it before.
Well, not my fault you're boring. Thank you for saving my life, by the way.
Oh, wasn't intentional, but
Yeah, you like me.
you keep telling yourself that.
I will, it's the truth.
All right. So you guys continue to talk. The Father Xantis comes back in, says that the arrangements have been made for you guys to stay at it's just called the lodging house for guest acolytes that come in. He doesn't have any coming in anytime soon or on schedule to, so he's gonna let you guys use that they use to house any acolytes that they don't have room for, like ones that come for the festival and things like that. Is there anything specific you guys want to clarify or go over with the sheriff or with Father Xantis or anything like that?
A couple things with Mazus, at least.
I'd like to get paid. If possible.
You want to get paid. So, sure, I guess that's the most important thing to get taken care of right now.
I would say so.
I apologize.
Do you know what business opportunities there are in Magnamar? Sure, you'll need some sort of capital before you go there.
With the dwarves? Almost certainly.
Oh, I'm sure. Yes. Well, today is Fire Day. It is Star Day tomorrow. I'll have your pay delivered to you then.
Father, one last thing in regards to recent experience. I don't know if yourself or any of the acolytes or anybody you know perhaps would be able to exercise an evil presence from a piece of land.
Oh, how? I don't have the ability to consecrate. I'd have to see to Magnamar for that.
I was gonna say that's a hard no. He doesn't even have remove disease.
I'm already willing to send information to Magnamar for someone to come up and work with your friend's disease if they require, if that's what they wish, if they don't want to try and fight it off themselves. But it will take 2 days.
Understandable.
In 2 days, we might have fought it off.
I think we might as well just go there in the morning and find a real physician that can take care of us.
Can we borrow another wagon or buy one?
I actually have one.
Mazus has a wagon.
Yeah, so you're willing to transport a bunch of sick people in the back of it, is what I'm asking?
Yeah.
Okay.
He doesn't care. He's selling the goods. He's not keeping them.
If you would not mind...
Scroll of fireball. Just a little mold spore. Just a little.
If you could point us in the direction of someone who potentially could, for the safety of this area, the Foxglove Manor desperately needs a consecration.
I will get some writs ready for you to take. You said you're leaving tomorrow?
I have no idea where these people are going.
Did you just refer to us as these people?
I will remember that one, Matthews.
Yeah, you have a perfectly good place to hole up and make sure you're feeling better, and we're going to be on the road. Does just make sense.
Just for a couple of hours? It's not that far. I need a proper physician that can take care of my disease.
It takes 2 days to Magnamar.
2-day ride.
Well, it's okay. So this is how it would work. Either we wait 2 days for a physician to come here to us, and then we go back with the physician, or it takes us 2 days to go to the physician and then have it cured there. So it's either a round trip of 4 days, or it's 2 days to go there and get it fixed.
The only thing I'm concerned of is if we run into another monster that almost kills you again. And if you're feeling sick...
Well, if God is a little more forthcoming with the terrain, then that probably won't happen again.
Sure, go ahead and tell yourself that.
As he has 5 weeks to plan our ultimate demise on the road.
I'll show you everything. Every gruesome.
Well, we will get to make those fort saves on the road to Magnamar. At least 2 of them, assuming we can't find any anti-plague in town.
No. Good luck with that. Okay.
We have someone with
however you guys want to work.
Alchemy.
It's not like a rare item. It's basically just like medieval cough syrup.
Emmy is going to ask a favor of Gideon because she doesn't want to go out and get other people sick. She's going to have him find out from Amiko where she might get some Chien perfume.
Do you want to go to Amiko, or you want to get someone to ask Amiko?
Get Gideon to ask Amiko because he's the only one who's not sick.
Some Tian Sha.
I see what you're saying now.
Tian Sha perfume, right?
Yep.
All right.
And possibly some cherry blossom petals.
Well, that'd be harder to find, but okay.
Yeah. But if anyone would know, it'd be her.
All right, then. Well, if that's the case, then the Father Xantis escorts you to the waiting house. You guys can you'll peruse a bit more, find out some more clues. Hopefully. Is there any more little bits of RP you want to do before we go ahead and tie up this session in a bow?
I have an apprentice that doesn't know where I've been.
Yes, Matthew should go check on her as well.
I'll make sure that she knows you're okay and to continue with her studies if you should choose. Is she going to be joining us on the road?
Certainly.
Very well, and Wayko, should I be getting Tika?
I think Amiko would probably really like us to take Titka with us.
You'll find out when you get there.
Yep, I'm sure.
Gideon, everybody in the room can make me another perception check.
That includes... Okay.
Modified 30.
God damn you, 16.
Got a really bad itch.
There.
Oh, the baby. Look at the baby.
Baby's internet famous. All right.
That's an internet baby.
It's like, what? Don't be putting that internet on my baby.
Don't put my internet on my baby. You're stealing my babies now.
So, nobody but Magpie notices two little dwarf-sized, two little shadows, even for dwarves, into the room.
I can both see and hear you.
You hear the wrestling stop, but nothing happens.
Yeah, what?
The boys, they're in here.
Oh, listen, Magpie, you're not supposed to tell on us.
Well, you want to get good, you gotta not get caught.
The younger brother just stands up and...
You little sociopath. Come here, you boys shouldn't be in here. We're all sick.
What? Are you gonna die?
Probably not.
Well,
oh, good.
There's a possibility, from what I understand, that they... I'm kidding.
What? What?
Are you gonna die? Probably.
I don't know about these ones. I'm
well,
a fox.
You didn't get sick? Well, my mom says that you're not supposed to go outside in the rain. Did you go outside in the rain?
I don't believe that was not that issue. They.
She also tells us not
going
to lick
someplace
rocks.
that we probably shouldn't have been.
You definitely shouldn't lick rocks, boys.
The little one just looks at the bigger one.
Unless you have a gizzard, but I'm pretty sure dwarves don't have gizzards.
No, I don't think we have gizzards. The brother's just going.
Well, you should ask your mom. You started doing their voice and I started doing it.
Hey, I can't help it that you're a raven.
Yeah. Well, you should ask your mom if dwarves have gizzards. If you don't have gizzards, don't eat rocks.
The little brother's still shaking his head like, no, we don't have gizzards. But the big brother's like, okay.
Oh. I'm going to have to, set up a separated teaching schedule for both of you when I get back.
You will?
Yeah, because there's no way what I teach him is going to work for you.
What do you mean? He says, looking at his little brother. His little brother's just kind of, he's got his hands down low, and he's just kind of fiddling with his knife.
You know what? If I can figure out a proper way to explain it to you, I will. But now is not today.
All right. So we can't come see you.
Well, you're seeing me now, but like I said, God damn it! We're all sick. We're all very sick.
Oh. Well, I don't want to get sick.
Well, I don't want you to... All right, fine. I'm committed to it. I don't want you to get sick, so you should run home to your mom when you're dead.
All right.
Bugger off. That's all you need.
They kind of walk out, defeated.
I don't even have anything to give them. I feel bad. No, I don't even have anything to give them.
Okay.
Bugger off.
And he's gonna talk to Luvese. See, he's good with kids.
Did you see what that little one was twirling around? That doesn't look very safe.
Judgy.
Fox is a rules lawyer. Run with scissors.
He's encouraging that naughty behavior.
Only because they're good at it.
Could be worse. The paladin could be teaching them to charge headfirst into said danger.
Right? Not like this numpty who runs into fire.
Things aren't always so black and white.
Oh. Okay. I guess you'll have to explain it to me.
Maybe when I'm feeling a bit better.
Oh. And she just kind of nuzzles your hand, licks your paw, licks your, palm right there where there's no bumps. All right.
Now.
So you guys head on.
I guess we're bedridden until tomorrow.
All right. So you guys go on and go to the room. Gideon, you have been tasked to go and get apprentices, check on Titka, and the like.
Perfume and cherry petals.
Okay. So let's do that. So, Amiko, as you come up to the Rusty Dragon, you hear, "Come one, come all, Deckar's magical wares. Come get your wares. Come get your magical wares."
Okay.
You seem to be doing fairly well. How's it been going so far?
Ryan turns to you. Oh, me and Schnooks has been doing just great. She holds up the cat.
Been practicing with the scrolls and what have yous?
"Oh no, we've made sales already." She says, "Look, you see, it's like lemonade stand type thing, but there's a few magical. I mean, she's like 12 or almost 13-ish, so she's got wares set up there, like a scroll is set there and stuff like that. A few things that she's got here. Where's Mr. Deckar?"
Whoa. Wayko rejoined the group.
That was all robot.
And he said he's dead. He died.
You're not. You're back at the church.
You can't.
Stop trying to leave. You're sick. You're covered in growth.
Are we all in the church safe for who went to the inn just now?
The one who's immune to disease went there. Oh, you're
just
super
everybody
echoey reverb. Da, 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 da.
The
Everybody
chattery
who's
paladin.
sick is at. Everybody who's sick is at the acolyte house.
And Gideon has been possessed by Hastur.
I'm in a midway house. They're gonna kill me. But
Henryetta says, "Yep, they're gonna cluck and kill you. They're gonna cluck and kill you in your sleep. They're gonna wait till you fall asleep and they're gonna kill you.
they're gonna kill me and they're gonna eat you.
You think they can eat me? Man, I can watch them coming. I know 'em. I see 'em. I sleep with my eyes open."
Good eating on you. Leave me alone.
Devil chicken.
Is that either?
No. Check all your chords.
Play with all your chords. Wiggle it around a little bit.
Or I should say both ends of your chords. Because your video feed's doing fine, but your audio is really choppy.
I can see your beautiful face, but your beautiful voice is terrible. That sounds like nothing. Oh, you're muted.
He's muted.
Okay, is it still acting out?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you're still robot-y.
It's gotta be something in the connection.
Robo Greg.
Yeah. I was gonna say try just leaving.
Also,
Yeah, just try leaving the call and rejoining.
the net. Oh, he's gone.
Technical difficulties. Technical difficulties.
Is that like the title of this one?
Technical
Technical
difficulties.
difficulties.
We've had worse technical difficulties.
How about tactical difficulties? That should be this
Like
one.
the time that Kane started talking.
Technical difficulties.
Oh, hey, look.
All right. How's that?
That's better.
Better.
Wonderful.
Okay.
All right.
One of these days we'll evolve past the turn it off and turn it on again solution.
No,
No.
never.
Never. No.
So long as it works, we won't. Okay.
No, I mean just like past. Well, like technology will surpass the need for it.
Okay, Greg. So she says, "Where's Mr. Deckar at?"
Currently, Mazus is being taken care of by Father Xanthus. He contracted a mild illness, as far as I'm aware.
Oh goodness! Was it the plague? Was it
Not as far as I'm aware. It was
diphtheria?
part of
Was it gonorrhea? What was it?
Gonorrhea? Why was that the first thing you jumped to?
chlamydia. Perhaps. No, I'm kidding.
The plague. She says, "Is it the plague? Is it diphtheria? Is it gonorrhea?" She didn't go there
Father
first.
Xanthus has said that he's not 100% certain as to what the illness is. However, we are going to be going to Magnamar, I believe, tomorrow to get this sorted out. So we are going to be taking yourself along with us, making sure that you're... Yes, of course. I've been sent to make sure that you are meeting us at the wagon tomorrow. They're probably coming with me, to be completely honest, as I'm going to be staying here.
Oh, okay. All right then. I'll just deliver this. Chink. She pulls out some. I've got let me see. There's We made 100 gold while he's gone. Shh.
Perfect. He'll be very pleased with it.
Here, you can hold it.
Fair enough. I'll take the bag. And I'll keep it safe and sound for him.
I know. I wouldn't have given it to you if I didn't think you would.
Partially because I'm made to. I mean, has Amiko or Tika been around recently as well, or?
Well, Amiko's in there. Tika's currently hanging chained up. She was naughty.
Oh, lovely. What entirely happened?
I don't know. I was busy.
Okay. Well, continue. And I'm going to be inside talking with Amiko.
Okay. She starts packing up her stuff, talking to Schnooks and her cat and doing all that. So you go on in, and the seems to be running just fine. They got some people in there. It's getting around the time where people are coming in for dinner, so things like that are happening. And let me see. Right now, the halfling lady is out running all the tables, and Amiko is at the bar. And when she sees you coming in, she lights up and says, "Well, Gideon, welcome back. You ran off so fast. You guys were gone for an entire day."
We weren't entirely expecting to be. We were following a lead in those killings. And it kind of took us straight to, well, Foxglove Manor. Been a bit of a day.
Oh, really? Bunch of heads turn.
God damn it. I'm spreading the rumor mill. Let's be said, if you see or hear tidings of Alda and Foxglove, make sure to tell the sheriff immediately.
Oh, we will. We will. Privacy?
Probably.
Yeah. Come into the kitchen. We'll get you something.
Thank you very much.
As you come into the kitchen, she kind of pushes you. What's that?
I forget where I am at some point in time.
Yeah. Sit down, she says. There's a table there with a seat. All right, so what happens?
Well, Alden kind of went the way of, you know those bad stories where somebody goes undead and goes crazy?
I've been involved in some of those stories, yep.
Yeah, he did.
Oh. Was it a zombie?
As far as I could tell, some sort of ghoul. He became some sort of ghoul and retained his sentience to a certain extent, but not entirely. And he became very, well, for lack of a better word, obsessed with Mazus.
Ew.
Of all the people he could, go for,
Hey.
It was something about him, I guess.
Right? Who would want that?
I know. I mean, if he was... it's like, I know if it was someone, if he was looking for handsomeness, he could go with Wayko.
I have been told he has a very striking smile. I understand.
Striking, unnerving.
So we are actually back, but the remainder of our group is currently holed up with Brother Xanthus for they have a disease of some sort, or they've contracted something while they were at the while we were at the mansion. They contracted something. So
what, like tetanus?
Boils of some description.
Oh.
So currently they're with Father Xanthus being treated, but we're heading to Magnamar tomorrow for proper healing, as far as Father Xanthus says he's not 100% certain he can cure it.
Oh, something serious then. I suppose you'll need a lunch.
Potentially, that would be very appreciated. Asked to look after the team masters.
Dang it. Yeah, it's just as bad as it was out of nowhere.
Like a lamp turning off. One moment you're great, and then you start your next sentence, and it's just kooky. I blame the Kugel. The Kugel's fault.
Trying to join the call, I guess.
Yeah, we'll finish up quick.
Gosh darn Kugel.
Oh, you know it's a Kugel.
Third time's a charm.
Maybe. All right. So you tell her about that stuff. You tell her that you're gonna want this stuff. She tells you that Titka's upstairs. If you want, Titka's upstairs, and she's going with y'all, whether you want her to or not.
Can't hear you.
God damn it.
Okay, so
just
Titka's going with you.
Just type what you want to say, I guess, and we wrap this up.
The internet's telling us it's time to go.
Yeah.
So Titka's going with y'all, whether you want to or not. She's chained up upstairs. Her rat is in a cage with her below her. And when she says below her, she means that she has chained Titka by her arms and has hung her by the ceiling so that she cannot pick the locks and get out. And she can't get her rat to help her either. It is in the actual cage below her. So, and she thanks you for taking Titka, who cries false arrest when you come in. It's false arrest. I didn't do it. Though she does later admit that the rat did do it, so she's vicariously responsible. As far as getting those things, she's going to have to send off for the perfume and the cherry petals. But, you know. All right. So, everyone, that is tonight's session. We will come back next time with them making a fort save at the start and then getting on the road. So we'll see if they take another D4, which will be rolled by our lovely high roller Greg. Perhaps next time he'll roll higher than a 1.
No, he rolls in whatever manner is most advantageous to him.
I don't know about that.
That's
not been the case always. Yeah. So
just believe it. Believe in the heart of the dice. Don't kill your teammates.
Put your hands in. We'll draw a smiley face. Look at it each time.
Look at it.
All right. What did he do? He purposely holds his hand up to show off the little smiley face that they drew on there. Like if you were encouraging yourself, you'd go like this and look at it. You wouldn't go like this. That's just showing it off. But okay. Anyway, I hope everyone had a fun time watching. I think everyone had an okay time playing. Hopefully next time Roll20 will not do any kind of the funny business with the map stuff.
Maybe.
Because that might have been advantageous for people.
It worked out.
The journey to Magdamar begins in 5 weeks. In 5 weeks. In 5 weeks.
That's because there are 5 Tuesdays in October. So we're going to be playing next week. We are playing Starfinder. So if you've been wanting to incident at Absalom Station, we're liking what we're seeing so far with the mechanics. So maybe we'll be able to get something fun with it.
Bedlock hiatus.
Yes, coming this October, new to the Inn of Planar Crossroads, a Starfinder adventure. Because Adam doesn't want a DM for a month.
The ground can't be space.
Space.
There we go.
Space adventure, adventures in space, Muppets in space.
House.
Look at the message in my Cheerios. It says,
"Ooh, burning out its fuel out here."
Okay. We will be in space next time. We hope you enjoy. Everyone have a fun time. And as always, have a great day. We'll see you next time, travelers. The plane of inner crossroads. Bye.
I want to go to space.
Bye.
Bye, everybody. Have a good time.
Wait, what?
I'll see you in space.